Hello, welcome to Photo Modesto's online gallery. My name is David Schrader, one of the founders of Photo Modesto and your host for this gallery tour. Each February is Photo Modesto month in Modesto, with a variety of photo exhibits being hung around town and a featured exhibit being displayed at the Michelin Gallery. However, this year, because of COVID-19, most gallery sites have been closed. But rather than totally cancel our event, we decided to put it online. This gives us an added benefit to ask some of the artists to come on with us and discuss their work online. So the theme for this year's event is literally about themes. It's titled Themes, Projects, and Stories. It's based on the observation that apart from wanting to display images that are technically adequate and artistic in nature, most photographers also have something to say, or they have a favorite subject matter that is the focus of their work. At Photo Modesto, we thought it would be interesting to take a look at what some of our local photographers have been focused on. So, today's guest is, let's see if we can get this on here. There we go. So today's guest is Bill Harris. He's an award-winning artist and photographer who has recently put together a book celebrating an interesting past event in Modesto, the annual visit of Circus Vargas. So let's welcome Bill to our StreamYard studio. Hey, Bill.
Hey, David.
Good to see you. Here, we'll put you in the prime seat here.
There we go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, so how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I've talked to a lot of the artists we've had on here is how has the pandemic affected you? You do a lot of photography. You go around, you photograph all kinds of events in Modesto. I imagine that's kind of come to a screeching halt.
It surely has. It's pretty much shut down. I will have to say, recently, one of the few things I shot was getting my shot. And I'll take walks. Linda and I will take walks outside, and but there's really not many events or much to do photography-wise.
Yeah.
So not a whole
lot. All the events have been canceled. So whether you want to get out or not, it's just not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Earlier this year, I was working with the opera company to shoot a movie they're making, and it was interesting to be out in the orchard, everybody wearing masks, and it was a whole different experience.
Right, I saw some of those. They were great.
Yeah. So here, let me bring this up here. Let's see. What have we got here? There you are. Whoa.
Well, I'll have to.
Is that yours?
Yeah. Can't talk right now.
Okay. No problem.
We're good, I hope. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, to get this started, I know a little bit about you because of our shared interest in photography, but I think a lot of other people may not. So why don't we start out by having you tell us something about yourself, where you came from, how you developed.
Well, I came from the Bay Area. Although I was born in Michigan, I don't really count that. I was there 6 months. So I consider myself a Californian, but I don't know if they'll legally give me that because
I'll give it to you.
6 months. Anyways, and I sort of got into art later in high school, which I had an art teacher, and I've been trying to think of his name. I can't remember his name. It's killing me. Anyways, that's age. But he got me into art, and more art than photography in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about going to art college, and I did end up going to California College of Arts and Crafts, which now is called then California School of Arts or College of Arts. They took the crafts out. They thought that that was too whatever.
Well, you must have had some talent showing. When I came to California, I heard about California School of Arts and Crafts. That's a pretty prestigious place. So
It was a great place. I couldn't afford to send my kids there. I mean, my kids are grown up. I somehow afforded it then with
yeah,
college loans, but it was very reasonable. Now it's ridiculous.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but yeah. So anyway, I went there and I was looking at trying to make a living, and I wasn't that into photography yet, and I was a major in graphic design, but I discovered photography there, and then it just took off, and I still majored in graphic design. That's what I did for a living mostly, but I minored in photography and sort of took over what I was doing in design. And
Mhm.
yeah, so that's where, and there was back in the days of the protests and the Vietnam War. And, I found
Right.
photographers that Henri Cartier-Bresson, people like that, street photographers, which is what I
Mhm.
do, still do, I mean,
Uh,
I shoot commercial stuff, weddings, whatever.
but the thing you're really good at is the street photography.
That's what
That's what you really like. Yeah,
I love, yeah, I love that. I mean,
yeah.
if I'm in Yosemite or scenic or driving on the 17-mile drive, I can look for beautiful scenics too. But my love is pounding the pavement in a big city.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, as far as work, I know that I don't know if other people do. You worked for the Modesto Bee for
yeah.
pretty much your whole career, or a large
I
part.
worked at a newspaper in the Bay Area
Yeah.
for 12 years. I had some whatever other jobs here and there before that, and then I came here for I probably worked there 22 to 23 years.
Ah,
So basically,
uh-huh.
mostly two newspapers for my work. But then I ended up doing a lot of photography at the Bee. I created a sort of a position to do design and photography for
Uh-huh.
promotional work for special sections. And a lot of times they were semi-editorial, which I enjoyed better than commercial because I always avoided that. And I sort of had to learn that on the fly just to be able to do photography.
Uh-huh.
So that was a little difficult. I go, oh,
Yeah.
you want me to go out and
But,
his portraits of somebody when I'm, used to doing my street stuff, and it was an education to learn how to do that.
uh-huh.
So
So you're retired now from
I'm retired.
Bee?
Yeah, I'm retired.
Yeah. And you're still pursuing photographic, what? You doing anything, what, professionally,
Yeah.
photographically now?
I'm not really looking for freelance at this, especially with COVID. There isn't much. I
There's,
mean, if
yeah.
I came along, I might do it, but I don't
Uh-huh.
have to really. I just like doing my own personal stuff.
Okay. So let's move on and talk about this project of yours. I know you've shot all kinds of things, but recently you put together this book based on your pictures and your experience with Circus Vargas,
Right,
a traveling circus that used to come through town.
right.
Um, what was of interest there? How did you get
Well,
involved in that?
probably, well, first off, it was in my neighborhood. I mean, I probably didn't go the first time or two that they were here. And then, of course, I saw other people's, like Mary Ellen Mark, a great photographer who did a whole thing on the circus. And, so I've seen her work and it's, geez, that's a really interesting thing. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just go hang out there and see what happens. And I try not to, I didn't go in as that I'm working for the Bee. I just went and I was a little worried. I could have a problem because people, animal people would get a little upset if
Uh-huh.
they think you're from taking pictures of what they're doing with the animals, which I don't love either when you see the
Right.
cages. So, but anyways, yeah. So I just
Yeah. Okay.
2 years.
But wasn't there another famous photographer who did some circus stuff? Was it Diane Arbus or something?
Maybe it was Arbus. I think both of them did. Yeah.
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 Yeah, she did the more what, freaky things.
Freaky. Her stuff sometimes is even a little too freaky for me.
Okay.
But yeah, she did great stuff. So,
Yeah.
Mary Ellen Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I saw your stuff, that's the name that popped in my head. I said, "Oh yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, let's take a look at some of these pictures.
Sure.
We have them in, I kind of put them in order, like from
Yeah. Yeah.
putting up the tent and going
Right.
from there. So let's see what we have here. There we
Yeah.
go.
There you go. Yeah, that's basically, I'm obviously trying to find interesting compositions,
Uh-huh.
and it was interesting the people that do it, because I mean, there's people that are traveling with the circus, but there's all these people. I have pictures of it. I don't even think any are in the book, but where people come that morning, just local people, and
Oh,
they hire extra people, which is
uh-huh.
some of those people in the background. I think some of those might be some of those people that they hired for day work. And
Yeah.
it's just interesting, the whole, and I thought that was as interesting as anything, is just putting you, and it's a big tent.
That makes sense because it wouldn't be very expensive to have that whole crew travel with them all the
Right,
time.
right.
Yeah,
I mean, you got
yeah.
experts there telling them what to do, I guess. But yeah.
So what do we have? Oh, here we go. The sign is going up.
Yeah, they just, it's somehow they have pulleys and ropes and just pull it up, and I'm getting under it and going, hope it doesn't fall.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
Yeah.
Here, what do we have here?
And that's the tent going up, and
Yeah.
it's just in a big dirt. I think it was over by across from the MJC West campus, and that's where they put it up both times. There were 2 years I kind of consistently went there and took pictures.
Yeah.
Just trying to find interesting people.
Yeah, and you said you didn't have any problems, that they
No,
allowed you just to walk around and
Yeah, I'm so I don't. No problem.
see what else we have here. Oh, there's the animals you were talking about in the cages. Yeah.
I was going, they might not like that, but I wasn't reporting for, what's the organization? There's an organization, or a paper doing an expose, but yeah, it doesn't look too good. It's like, geez.
No, not when you see them like that.
No, it's kind of nuts. I guess how they are. It's pretty.
Yeah, and looking, I remember looking through your pictures. They had quite a few animals too.
Yeah, it's a big circus. There must be 15 or 20 tigers.
Yeah.
It's like, geez. But there you go.
Here we are again, the different cat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like getting this guy's pulling it out, or a couple guys, and then you got the guy smoking back there who's some kind of ringmaster, or there's people doing that. It's just I've trying to get that kind of shot.
Obviously, I noticed these are all black and white.
Right, we talked about that earlier. That most of these were in color. I mean, and and some of them look beautiful in color, but they don't have the. To me, they have way more impact because of the subject matter. So the whole book I did is all black and white. But yeah, I did convert them to black and white, and I think it works better.
Yeah. No, I'm impressed. They're very dramatic this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a timeless feel to them.
Right. And now I don't. I mean, now I shoot color, but I convert it. I'm not. You don't typically want to shoot black and white when I can switch it over anytime.
Right.
Yeah, I guess this is they seem to be nice. Treating the elephant. He's doing checking his foot. And or the elephant guys or trainers, or you still got his tusks. It's better than what can happen.
Oh yeah! Wow. Looks like a fairly old one.
Yeah.
Good looking guy.
Yeah.
Or girl. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I'm not sure either.
There we go.
Yeah, and there's the same guy talking to. I believe she rides in on the elephant, and they have a whole little parade of elephants going in. Yeah. There, David likes this because
Thank you.
He got poodles in it.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yes, I have a poodle.
I like it. I have quite a few pictures of dogs.
Yeah. Wild animals. You got the wild animals, and then you got the poodles. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, this is absolutely. I don't know what the word is.
Yeah, and I have to say, circus, it's sort of attracted me. I don't love clowns per se, like a lot of people. I'm not, well, clowns are a little weird. And I like that. I mean, I think I've told you I've shot a lot of things at flea markets, and one of them is dolls, and they can be strangely disturbing how
Yes.
they're arranged. And
Well,
so,
this is one of the most disturbing clowns I've seen.
and the clown fits right in that category.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, is there something special about this one?
No, I didn't, and I never saw him go in. I just said this was all outside. I did
Yeah.
have one that I wanted to put in the book or even send to you. It didn't get in the book because I found it disturbing, but I couldn't find. Well, the bottom line is there was a day when kids came from school.
Uh-huh.
There was a clown, really creepy, not dressed,
Right.
and he was handing out little milk cartons to the kids. And I go, oh, that's disturbing in itself. But I have a good picture of it.
Okay. That's an
And there's
absolute
nothing wrong with these
picture.
clowns, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're good people. And there's some backstage.
Normal looking people.
Yeah, who are he might have been a trapeze person. There was the whole trapeze. You don't see any of that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the pictures, very few are. Oh, there's some where the people I talked to them and said hello, and but most aren't. I try to do that. I like to be kind of a fly on the wall.
Fly on the wall. Yeah. Well, this is a cute one.
Yeah.
Probably trapeze artist in training or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. She's on the rope there trying to do something. And that I find a little humorous. It's just
this was is that a horse mask or something?
I think it's something they must. Yeah, it's the horse's head. Whether somebody wears it, I don't know.
Yeah,
he looks. Again,
it's an intriguing picture, but it was like, what is that horse doing there?
He's
sitting in a hole or something. Yeah.
Oh,
jeez. Oh, here we got some more clowns.
A couple more clowns. Now they did know I was taking the photo, which
obviously, yeah.
And I like both those, and I like the kid in the one picture, and I like the other clown just because he's in his doorway of his trailer.
Yeah.
And of course he's got his big shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different life for these people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Here's some more.
Yeah, and I find one of my favorites is the one I like them both, but the one on the left.
That's just a beautiful picture. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad. Of course, a lot of clowns look sad. That's the thing I find a little creepy. They run around making you laugh, but they have these sad faces on it.
Yeah, no. These are two great pictures. I agree with you. The one on the left is it's nice.
And you might not notice it here, but a lot of this stuff was shot in the evening, and so on the color you might say, oh, you get this like backlit. You still there's some backlighting there. I like shooting. I shoot at the county fair sometimes. That's kind of a similar thing. The midways and all that. And one of the best times to shoot is between about 5 and 7, when the sun's coming down. You get this magical light. Not quite as obvious on black and white photos, but.
So what do we got next here? Is that the ringmaster? I mean,
I think he is, although I've seen others. I can't remember. There was another guy who was dressed sort of like, I think they have more than one, depending on what day and what show. But I think he was,
Yeah, well, he knows you're there, so that's cool.
Yeah, there's I guess that's where they have rides, and that's sort of very Diane Arbus, Mary Ellen Mark, just the way her eyes are rolling back. And then I see some people go, why? Well, that kid's got some kind of board going up right by his nose.
Right nose, yeah.
I like that. I like that. She's looking the other way. He's looking at her, and what's going on. Yeah.
Well, you're like a lot of photographers I know. The ones that you like are not always the ones that other people would gravitate to. Yes. Well, same with me. I have my favorites, and people are always saying, "Why do you like that?" You know, it's like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, no, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody who likes Mary Ellen Mark, or they probably would get this more than somebody who likes something else, you know. And there we go. That's, yeah, I like that one. She has some kind of crazy eyeshadow going. Which I thought,
What are these people doing? Selling tickets?
yeah, tickets, pony ride, elephant
Oh,
ride.
elephant ride. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And it was reasonable. That's been a while. I forget what
Yeah.
this
Oh
was.
yeah. Do you remember the dates? I mean, we don't have Circus Vargas coming through here
no,
anymore. So.
I don't know if I must have put it in the book. Oh yeah, 91, and then 98 and 99 is my.
Uh-huh.
So the last time was 99. The first was 91. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have? Oh, there's the Midway or
Yeah.
whatever.
And I
Something.
love, you know, and I don't like snakes, but I love the giant snakes alive, python. You know, who knows what's in there? It might not be. It didn't go in there. And then the people
Yeah.
are interesting. They're the customers.
Yeah.
I like that. And it's again. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
A lot of tigers.
Showtime.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't want to turn my back on that many tigers. I don't think.
Are those all tigers? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's at least 10.
And they travel with all of those.
I know. Yeah. It's,
And there she is. Wow.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a couple more.
There's the end.
There's the end.
You did good. That's what's on the back of the book too. The back.
Is it?
Yeah. It says it all. But,
so here, speaking of the book, there's the book.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about the book? I mean, where can people see it or buy it? Or...
Yeah, you can go on the blurb, which you know about, where you your books, and I've done 3 like this type of book. I've done a few others for people for other things, but yeah, you just go to blurb and search.
So blurb.
Search Bill Harris, or William Harris works, but Bill Harris lately works better. And then you can type in Circus Vargas, it should come up, and then you can look at the whole book. You don't have to buy it, and it's quite expensive because they, as you know, they cost quite a bit. It's not like you're printing 5,000 of them, which would put the cost down per book. So you can look at the book, you know, the whole book.
Yeah. So how many pages is it?
I think this is the maximum. I had a lot of stuff. I think it's 200 and I forget how many pages you can do. 235 pages. Yeah.
Wow. Hold it up here hold it up to your camera. I got to see that. This is so people can see it. Yeah. You didn't drop it, did you?
No, just there's some kind of post-it on one of these. There's the book.
Okay.
Yeah, fairly big.
So you got that strange clown there on the cover. So that's great.
Yeah, I do like that.
Very identifiable. So, okay, well, thank you so much. Thanks for being on here, and thanks for sharing Circus Vargas. Yeah, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to talk with you and to look at your photographs.
Thanks a lot.
It's a different way to see them. One of the things I like about this, by the way, doing it online is, you know, I didn't count, but we looked at probably 16 or 20 of your pictures.
Right.
Whereas if we would have been hanging in the gallery, you would have had to choose just a couple of them to put on the wall.
Right.
So,
so
I really appreciate that.
Right.
So, okay. So, thank you again, and we can say good night. So,
all right. Good night, David. Thanks for doing this.
See you on the street.
All right.
Okay. Just click here, leave. We'll end the broadcast.
All right.
There we go.